It's hard to educate a child, and even harder to educate thousands depending on you. Education is not mugging up books. Education is a rigorous discipline. Education is a commitment. Even before you come to class to teach, you help your child with their homework. You send your child to school, and then you get ready to face your own battles. One person, multiple roles, and you strive to do each of them justice. You may not be the best, but you give them the best you know. So don't give up now. Don't give up ever. Give yourself some time and credit. Be you every single day. Be you because nobody can be you better.
Hey students, this is Ambika, Master Teacher of Biology at Vedantu. Now, all of us feel stressed out for a lot of things in life, right? Whatever age group we belong to, I think once you start attending school, especially in today's age, even primary school and kindergarten can also be very difficult, because myself being a parent, I can see how much of work my daughter has even at a kindergarten level. So this keeps increasing every single year, and by the time we reach our teenage and early adulthood, we are like so stressed and we become such experts at appearing like we are very, very stressed, because if we feel very peaceful, we somehow get this feeling that something is not normal. But actually that's not the case. We just need to take a bit of charge of ourselves. As long as you take charge of yourself, everything will completely be under control. Okay, so I am telling you this from my personal experience also, because especially for teenagers, I understand most of you listening to me now would be around 14, 15, 16 years of age. So this can perhaps be the trickiest time of your life, right? Because a lot of things changing emotionally, physically, mentally. As a biology teacher, I would say blame it on your hormones. But anyway, I know how painful that feeling can be for many of you, because I have also been through a lot of it, and I've seen many of my friends also be through a lot of those. Okay, so in all these years until this very day, I have been experimenting with a lot of things in my life. Of course, I still do. But today I would like to share three habits, three very, very powerful habits, which can certainly help you take charge of yourself so that everything feels completely under control. And this is not impossible. In fact, these are some things that we have been born with an innate ability to follow, but somehow, as I said, as we grow up, we begin to unlearn a lot of things. We begin to forget a lot of things, right? So we forget what it is like to be a natural person. So let me just tell you that what I'm going to tell you today is actually just consider it as a set of reminders to help you recall what it feels like to follow these habits. Okay, so let's get started. Powerful habit number one: observe your thoughts first thing in the morning. Trust me, your thoughts, watching your thoughts in the first few minutes after you wake up can have an immense impact on the quality of the rest of your day, because it's popularly said that when you have made your morning, you have actually made the rest of your day. And even from my experience, I have tried this out. Certain mornings when I wake up feeling very stressed out and feeling very lazy for some reason or the other, I feel that my entire day has gone out of control. But there are also many days when I make it a point to wake up early, no matter what, and tell myself I can and I will. So this is what I would like to suggest to you also, children. As long as get done with all your morning chores, and right after that, make it a point to look into the mirror and tell yourself 3 times, I can and I will, no matter what. Okay, I can and I will, no matter what. Tell this to yourself 3 times. Now, if a doctor was prescribing something to you for some ailment, some physical ailment, we would certainly follow the prescription blindly, right? So consider this something like that, because feeding your soul and giving medication to your soul is also equally important as much as you would give importance to your physical being, right? So tell this to yourself looking into the mirror, and in my suggestion, also make it a point to write it down at least once. Okay, this should ideally be within the first 15-20 minutes after you wake up. This is definitely something that I'm not giving you an option for, I mean the morning thing. But if you can also manage to do this once in the evening and once before you go to bed, there you are. But do not expect to see a change within a day or two. This is where we need to test our own patience. This will take a little bit of time, but trust me, do not give up on this. Just blindly follow this, because it will not take more than a few seconds of your day, right? So follow this, and over a period of time, you will see that your thoughts are changing for the better, because this is getting imprinted in your subconscious mind, and certainly you will see a huge change in yourself. Okay, so that is powerful habit number 1. Powerful habit number 2 is mindfulness. Well, it may sound like a very, very fancy term, because as I said, being a kindergarten child's parent myself, I can see that mindfulness is something that's been introduced into my daughter's curriculum also, because they teach children to be mindful. But you know what? All of us have practiced mindfulness probably before the age of 4, as we were very, very young babies and into toddlerhood, before we actually became aware of ourselves and before we actually became conscious of who we are ourselves. I'm sure all of us have practiced this, because in simple words, mindfulness just means being completely aware of what is happening. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Just take a few seconds off, probably a couple of minutes, once in the morning and once in the evening, whenever you find the time. Make sure you use all your senses to observe your thoughts, observe your actions, and observe your breath. Okay, these 3 things. Make sure you observe everything around you. Also, just observe. Do not judge whether it's good or bad. Just observe. Just be aware of what's happening within yourself, what's happening in your surroundings. What is the idea behind this? Well, doing this over a period of time is very, very, very powerful in boosting your confidence level, in boosting your concentration power. Okay, I have tried this out and I still try doing it as much as I can. It can certainly work wonders. Okay, so be mindful. Powerful habits number 3 is stop being judgmental. What exactly do I mean by that? Because as I said, being human means that it's very, very easy to just keep blaming everyone around us for everything that's happening. Just blame somebody for what they do, what they do not do, blame somebody for giving you a bad day, and so on and on and on. But you know what? Stop being judgmental simply means that you stop judging and having an opinion on anything and everything around you, anything and everything that people say to you and what's happening around you. Because just ask yourself, does my opinion on this actually matter? You know, I actually learned this very, very recently, and that's when I thought to myself about it. Does it actually help? Do I need to raise my opinion on this? If someone asks you for it and if they really, really value your suggestion, of course, go ahead with it. But on many, many unnecessary occasions, it's very, very easy to have an opinion, but my suggestion is just to ignore it. Let things happen in its own way, because what's ultimately the truth is that you cannot control what's happening around you. You cannot control what people say around you, but there is one single thing that you can certainly control, which is what you think about it and what you feel about it. And that is very important, because negative thoughts can make you a very sick person in the long run. So make sure you think positive about everything around you and everything that's happening. And there we go, you will be a much happier person and feel much more in control. Okay, so just to summarize, the 3 powerful habits which can help you take charge of yourself forever, anything that you take up, are: habit number 1, observe your thoughts, especially first thing in the morning. Habit number 2, mindfulness. And habit number 3, stop being judgmental. There may be a few more things that you want to add from your experience, what has worked out for you. In case you want to share anything that you think will benefit others also, please feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below, or do send me an email at ambika.gopalakrishnan@vedantu.com. And until we meet again, this is Ambika signing off. Bye-bye.